Right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is the 3rd of December here, and we are getting ready for our Guild Vault Games GT event this weekend. It's been a couple weeks since we have posted anything on video. Obviously, here in the United States, we had Thanksgiving, and prior to that, we had an RTT in between there, and then we had our fundraiser RTT that we had done where we brought the Wraith Knight for charity. And I think I'll briefly show those two events, and then I'll show you guys the list that I'm bringing for our GT, and then we'll maybe look at a competitor or two, whatever, in our kind of general scheme maneuver, what we're hoping to achieve this weekend. So first up, as we're looking at what happened before, we have, if I find the right page in here, there we go. Let's transition over. So for our annual food raiser RTT, we initially went 2-0. We were on a hot streak. We found ourselves up against Michael Hamilton, excuse me, in the final round, and he brought a corn demon list that just had too much melee pressure that we could handle with our Wraith Knight. We bounced off of every four of Embolden the entire time. I don't even think I killed a single bloodthirster there. So hats off to Michael. He'll also be at the GT here. We'll look at his demons list. He's going to bring a much more standard list for this GT. But that is how that one went. As we transition over, we also did a RTT, the Witch's Gambit, at another local shop in town, the Infinity Game Lounge. It only had 8 players, uh, and for some reason they don't have the placings. They have it hidden in there. But we did get first place in this event. Pretty good. It had some newer players in there. The final round was against a pretty seasoned CSM player, and we had a lot of good back and forth. And I can't. Let me see if I can go to the pairings here. If I can, yeah. So it ended up being 100 to 72 there, but those were great games. We had a blast there. We tried out some different stuff there, and it kind of really drove me to the list that we are going to play for this weekend here. So, as we get ready here, let's look at the list that I am going to bring for this event here. And we'll kind of talk about it. So, this is the Spirit Conclave list for the Guild Vault Games GT. Now, like I said, we've been doing a little play testing, a little tweaking of stuff, and I'm going to kind of go over the why that I'm bringing these certain units. Okay, so obviously we still have Eldrad giving us that CP. The Doom is also very nice to have that +1 to wound. It's very nice. We have brought Lycus now. So one of the things that we have been testing out is using Lycus's ability to increase our chances for those sustained hits, both in shooting and melee, with our that our Spirit Seers do provide. And so we do have her in the list. Unfortunately, with her price tag of 120 points, we have had to make some sacrifices elsewhere, and you guys will see that here in a few moments. We're still bringing the triple Spirit Seers. Because the theme of this list is we're going to go more durable style, and I'm trying to really control the primary game, and you're gonna kind of see that as we continue going on. No enhancements for this list today. So we still have our combination of the 3x5 units of Wraith Blades. Two of those are still using the axes and force shields, and then we do have one unit with the Ghost Swords. This combination of units has provided the amount of durability and the lethality that we have needed for our games to be quite successful. I have really enjoyed this mix up on here, and there's not really a time where I wish I had, say, two swords and only one unit of axes. So, again, this combination's been really good there, and I'm really hoping to pair those blades, specifically the swords, again with our Lycus tech that we're bringing. Another big change on here, we now have 2 units of Wraith Guard. We're still using one with Wraith Cannon, and then now we have a 5-man with the D Scythes. So if we go back to a few weekends ago, I played at that Infinity event. I did not have the Wraith Guard with cannons. We just used the D Scythes, and they worked really well for us. However, we were struggling to go into some tougher targets. We had in that event we also had a War Walker as well. So and I swear, the 7 bright lances that we kept shooting at even a predator, well, we're just bouncing. So with that again, now we've circled back. We now have our wraith cannons again. That is a good target for our Lycus. If we come up with against a real hard target we need to crack, the chances to get more um, of those hits there for sustained. The D sides. Now, the D sides, while we played at that Infinity tournament, they worked phenomenally. Even rolling average dice on those really strong Strength 7 AP3 1 damage flamers, we were able to just wipe entire squads of Chaos Space Marines when they would come out and go for a charge, for example. They put in amazing work into Chosen that was led by Fabius Bile. They were able to put in some work into Necron Wraiths, just a phenomenal unit. They are hindered by a shorter range, so we got to we're gonna have to positioning them is going to be key to make sure that we utilize them in the best way possible for this 5 round GT up there. Of course. So now as you saw, right? I spent 120 points extra on Lycus. I spent an extra 170 on a fifth unit of Wraiths. Well, what did we lose? Well, we lost some flexibility in our secondary scoring potential for sure, right? So we still have a unit of the Rangers, you guys can see. We still have a unit of Swooping Hawks. We still have our Warlock Conclave that's going to rock with Eldrad, give him a little bit of protection, a little moon on there. But now we're only down to 1 Warlock Skylander now. Again, this piece here, usually we bring 2. I like to reserve 1. So now we have this flex piece here. I'm not really certain, and this will be matchup dependent, if I'm going to reserve him or not. Prop chances are pretty high. I really will. Now, one thing you guys will notice as you've been watching the games that we've either streamed or recorded is I don't sacrifice my psychers to try to get the spirit tokens to get my +1 to hit and wound. And it's not really something I do. It's not really something I recommend either with playing this attachment. It's like a nice to have. I believe the strength of this attachment is actually unlocking the army rule for all the wraiths, and I stand by that. And I'm pretty sure I'm like at an 81% win rate right now across 50 games or so with this detachment. And I do believe that's correct and the correct way to think about it. So we're rocking 1 Warlock Scouter there. Now I have 1 unit of Warp Spiders to babysit my Lycus, and as you can see now we're rocking the Power Blade Array, just because she does have that ability to allow the squad to charge after blinking, going 24 inches or so. Of course, what did we lose? Because again, 'cause I mentioned because we brought Lycus and we brought those rates. Well, I lost the Shining Spears I like to run, right? So there's those negative trade-offs there. And then we have 3 units of Wraith Guard. I still believe that the double Bright Lance, double Flamer, Ghost Blade, Clave is the way to run those. We have tried out some of the other guns. I've tried out missile launchers. I've tried out the I can't even think of the name right now. Uh, I don't know. It's the damage 2 one. I'm blanking. Strength 8 AP3. It'll come to me in a second. But it does not compare to the minimum damage 3 that those bright lances bring. Star cannon, that's what it's called. If the star cannon was damage 3, I think it would be in the consideration for it. But it's not. It's not there. And that's the list. So that's what we're gonna bring there. As you can see, it's 2,000 points on the nose. I'll tell you that um, this 170 points for the second Wraith Guard unit, I tossed around a boatload of ideas for this. I really liked a unit of Storm Guardians with Farseer, in fact, on there. And then I swapped it to be a unit of Guardian Defenders with a Farseer. And I wanted it to be, another unit of warp spiders, and then that opened up some more a possibility where I was really wanted it to be a unit of warp spiders and an Autarch Wayleaper, but it just doesn't work. It doesn't fit, and we couldn't get it in there. So we're going for more durability. You're looking at 25 T6, 3 wound, 2 up save bodies, 10 of which have a 4 up invuln, backed up with 3 T10, 10 wounds, 2 up save bodies. We're going for that durability skew, is kind of what we're looking like for this one here. And so As we look at that and we talk about it here, what's my overall game plan? What we're doing on here? So I'm gonna be really trying to focus on primary. Secondary points will be nice, try to get on there, but I'm gonna try to dominate primary in these games that we're playing. Will that be difficult? More so than other times? I, I don't think so. But but we'll see, right? We'll see how the enemy deploys and then how effective their shooting or fighting is against us. But that's my general scheme of plan. I'm going to focus on primary, and then we're going to pick up secondaries as we can on there. So pros and cons of this list versus other lists. The previous list that we took to the TEO much faster. We had the shining spears ability to ignore the vertical distances of terrain, just allowed them to get into places where they wanted to be. However, with layout three being the primary layout for day one and three missions on there, there's not a lot of places to hide on there. In fact, if we look at, in fact, we'll just go to game one real fast. Let's transition on here. So as you're looking at the map here, if you go to the enemy's deployment zone or the friendly deployment zone, of course, you guys can't see my mouse on here. Let me, I'll tell you what, let me pull it up. I got the picture over here somewhere. We can do it a different way. Let's go. And I apologize. I should be more prepared than this here. And then we should be able to, if I put this up here and then put this on top here, will this show this as a source? It definitely does not. Well, we can always just add a source now, can't we? Here, but anyway. So, but if you're looking at these, if you're looking at this deployment here, right, and on here, what we're doing, essentially on the edges of the board, when from either deployment zone on the far edges of it, it really only takes 10 inches of movement to be able to come up, and that's your standard movement for a vehicle to get lines of sight for shooting into our deployment zones. You know, now I'm talking about these far border edge here on the right side. Well, when you start talking about guard, and now their tanks are getting ordered, move, move, move. They have 13 inches of movement. Well, they can peek around these corners and they can, I mean, they can shoot at us pretty good. So it actually blocks off portions of our deployment zone that we can use for safety. Now, if you couple this with, now I just use guard for example, but if you have just another faster army, let's say Drukari or something, now your vehicles are moving 12 base, and you're getting those Darkland shots in there that we can be in a world of trouble. So that was one reason to do it. And Shining Spears, they take up a large footprint. We're not going to have our ability to really hide and screen those things. So that's you know, that's something we're kind of considering and thinking about there too. Initially, I wanted to use a wave server as well instead of that, again, the 170 point second Wraith Guard break, so I could move either my Wraith Guard or my um, Ghost blades with the swords around more effectively, a little more protected. Uh, but again, the footprint of the wave server is so large, even in, if I'm in this bottom right, or correction, bottom left uh, deployment zone, and I'm trying to set it up there, that vehicle is so large, it is really difficult to hide to where, again, a vehicle just got to move 10 inches and they're going to have an angle on that wave serpent on there. So ultimately, we went against it, right? That's kind of the thought process on here. What I'm going to try to do, like I said, dominate the primary. If I can just get some tens on there, kind of doing it like a dark angel style, if you will, right? Trying to dominate these mid-board objectives and force the enemy to come out on there. I believe that we should be able to trade effectively and trade up as we have been in the past. Oh, that reminds me, you got to talk about a couple mission changes or one mission change that did happen at this event. So, quick, we'll do kind of a mission rundown on here. And I'm sorry, I didn't write. Usually, I'm a little more organized on my thought process on here, but work has just been crazy, and I wanted to make sure I get this out to you guys. But so mission one is still going to be our game one's still going to be mission R, right? So terraform, sweeping engagement, layout three. There's no changes there. Same with game two, right? Game two is still going to be our hidden supplies, search and destroy. Okay, no big deal. Now here's where the change comes out. Here is mission three. This initially was purge the foe in Dawn of War. Now, if you look at this in the Tabletop Battles app, that is not a recommended layout for that mission. And there was some concerns about it in the chat, and the TO Michael he made some adjustments now, so it's still going to be Purge the Foe, but however, comma we're going to be playing it on sweeping engagement, right? So we're still so we'll go back to this deployment zone on there. So all of our kind of our practicing and how we've been on there is really in this layout three, and we are excited for that. Game four, we got no change. We're still going to have Scorched Earth with Crucible Battle on layout one. Excited about that. And then again, we got our linchpin tipping point in layout one as well. So, how are we expecting to do here? Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm trying to do the best I can, right? I do want to win a GT with this detachment. No one's been able to do it so far. So that's the goal. That's the plan. We're going to have some stiff competition to do that. And I'm going to get a few we'll get a few of the ideas of just kind of what the factions we're going to play against that, and we might poke out a list or two. Usually, I like to talk to the people, let them know that I'm going to give them a shout out and look at it though. But I did not do that this time. So let's go here and let's kind of look at that some of the army lists we got here. So we do have Abigail. She's going to be bringing Drukari, and if I'm not mistaken, this is going to be very similar to the spectacle of spite. Who do you know? Mass succubuses, witches, Lilith, of course. This is going to be one of those armies that we're going to have to look out for. We're gonna have to kind of play around that 9-inch range there. So at the end of my movement phase, I'm not getting charged by by either hellions or any of these kind of madness witches and all that stuff. I'm not interested in trying to get into a fight in my shooting phase if I don't have to. Let me close my list down on there. So good luck to her. We'll kind of see what she does there. Let's see here. Here we go. Oh yeah, Christian. So I played a game against this guy the other night. He was on typically a Tyranids player. He's an Eldar player. He's also a guard player. But Christian decided to also bring some Spirit Conclave. Now, I think that's super awesome. Again, I'm a huge fan of this detachment, but I don't know why he's bringing it per se. I know that I bring it because I'm a masochist and I like to punish myself, play with the stuff that's statistically the weakest. But I'm interested. I know Christian, so hopefully he'll be able to kind of shed some light on what he's got going on. His list is probably going to be pretty similar to mine. We got Eldrad. He's got the triple spirit seers. He's going with light of clarity, very expensive enhancement. He's trying to give extra OC to those wraiths. I'm not 100% sure that is that's always been worth it in my testing before, but good. Hopefully it does for him. He decides to bring 3 units of wraith blades as well. Looks like he's going double swords and single axe, so the opposite of me. All right, he's got a unit of double units of wraith guard, both with wraith cannon. Okay. Again, that is definitely a viable option. And that I'm a big fan of Strength 14, AP4 D6 plus 1 damage. So best of lucks to him there. He is rocking a Falcon, a unit of 5 Fire Dragons, double Striking Scorpions, a Conclave for Eldrad, I'm assuming, double Skyrunners, double Wraith Lord, again, double Bright Lance and the Flamers. Okay, so again, he's got a little bit more infiltrate, a lot more scouting because we don't scout in my army. The Falcon and Fire Dragons, kind of interesting. I'm not sure if that is the best use of points for him on that, specifically in this detachment, just because the Fire Dragons don't have a way to move back into a Falcon. Now, and the Falcon granting the wound rolls to the unit, and the fire dragons are already rerolling hits and wounds against monsters and vehicles. But maybe he's using that for like an elite infantry killer tech or whatever. So that could be cool. And the Falcon does have the flexibility to do the deep strike shenanigans. So yeah, best of luck to him. I do know he went 2-1 with this event at the first RTT. It was up in Paducah. So he was able to do good. He lost in the finals, so he's cooking with this, and it's always good to see another Spirit Conclave player. Hilarious that it's he's within a 20-mile radius of me. But let's see what he can do, and best of luck for Christian. Let's see here. Who also I want to look at? Gage. You guys know him from the first round of TEO. He's on, I believe, the same list of Spirit Mark Talent. Best of luck to him. We got Jake bringing his sisters as well. I'm sure he's on Bringers of Flame. That man is, yep, Bringers of Flame. So this man is looking to bad touch a lot of people. Again, a lot of damage 3 here that we got to push through. A lot of melta guns. Oh, the Paragon War Suits, the Retributors. Oh, we're just multi-melt. We're going all the multi-melta Seraphim Squad with some hand flamers. Okay, all right. So this is a nasty list. Thankfully, Jake's on my team, so I can't compare him in round one, which is good for us. So we will just have to see what he brings with there as well. We have James Wallace. He's going to be on Star Shatter Necrons, I believe. Yep, that's what he's rocking as well. We got it. We have John Smith there. He's the leader of that Cobra team, and yeah, of course, he's going to bring the combined arms. Command squad. He's got the Gaunt's Ghost, double Rogodorn Commander, 3 units Acadian Shock, double Jungle Fighter. We got a Chimera, the Hellhound to ship cover, double Kazakin. Love to see it. Normal Lehman Russ, an Exterminator, and a Vanquisher. Very nice. Again, this is pretty much the standard combined arms guard list. If you're reading this, you have to kiss me. Well, I mean, all right, dude. I'll see you on Saturday. Pucker up, Buttercup. Let's go with here's an interesting one. So we got Levi, and my man's going to be bringing the Nids, right? Traditionally in Emperor's Children player, he also has dabbled in Votan in the past, as well as some Chaos Demons. So looks like he's bringing the Vanguard Onslaught today. We got double Brood Lord, triple Brood Lord, excuse me, can't read. Got the Hyper Adapted Ravener. He got a Neuro Tyrant. Triple gargoyle. I'm not trying to get in gargoyle jail, so watch out for that if he's going to shoot and scoot and get on those objectives and block you. We got the buyer board, of course. Everyone needs that. We're on the triple gene stealers, really fast. Love it. Double neural lictor. Of course, you got to have the tyrant effects, and he chose to go with the zone throws. All right. Well, best of luck to you with your brand new army there, Levi. Haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. Let's go with actually this Lucas. I want to talk to him. He is bringing Chaos Knights. He's bringing Infernal Lance. So this is a list I'm a little worried about as well because I'll show you just the sheer mass of bodies on it. So we have a Knight Abominate. Not too worried about that. We got the Knight Despoiler. Okay, another big Knight. Love to see it. But here's where it gets a little depressing for my army. So we have double Brigand. We got these Avenger chain cannons. We are on triple carnivore, where we have slaughter claws, chain talons as well. Yep. And then we're on tripper stalkers, where we're going to go with Avenger chain cannons as well. So we got a havoc multi-launcher, heavy stubber. Yeah. And then he's got a unit of play bears. So this is a lot of T9 bodies for us to chew through, and this could be a difficult matchup for us if he's trying to deny us that heavy primary game. Uh, Ideally, if we can knock out, 2 or 3 of these baby knights a turn, that could really help swing the game in our favor. Again, you remember the finals of TEO, we played against a Chaos Knights list similar to this. He had a knight. Oh, the fighty one, this Crusader, maybe Lancer, the Knight Lancer, um, and we got that by the skin of our teeth. So we'll be looking out for Lucas to see how he does there. Hopefully, maybe we can dodge him for a round or two to get under our feet there. Okay, Michael Hamilton. Then we're going to talk about his Chaos Demons list. Like I said, he's bringing a normaler list here versus what he brought for charity. Now, I would like to get paired into to old Michael because I got to get some revenge blood. from what he did to us with for our Wraith Knights for charity. So my boys bring in Shadow Legion. Got Be'lakor as the warlord. He's bringing the Bloodthirster with the Leaping Shadows and another Bloodthirster with the Fade to Darkness. Seems like he still has that Karn wanting to charge big monsters into you feeling going on. We're going to use 2 units of Nurglings. He's got Plague Bearers as well. He's going to bring 1 Beast of Nurgle. We got triple Flesh Hounds. Yep. And triple Screamers. Okay. All right. So this is again pretty standard Shadow Legion list. Pretty excited to see what he does on there, and again, I'm hoping to get paired into this because we got to avenge our brothers and sisters that died before. He did table me. I was very sad. He pushed us pretty hard. I just couldn't. There's just nothing we could do about it. So let's go with. We'll look at Rick over here with his Leagues of Votan. Let's see what he's doing on here. Bring in the Hearthband. I'm a huge fan of Hearthband. I do believe that this is the way to play them. Being able to re-roll your wound rolls of 1, super strong. So we're going to bring an Iron Hair champion. He's got the Iron Skin, giving him 2 extra wounds. Rocking the Mass Hammer, big fan. Going with the Grimnir. Okay, very good. We got a call with Bastion Shield. Pretty interesting enhancement the way they changed that now. So where you can spend yield points, and now if you're getting shot at either within 12 or within 18, um, uh, it's like a -1 AP, right? Little mini armor contempt / void armor thing on there. Traditionally, this detachment doesn't have a way to burn the yield points to keep you maybe in the hostile acquisition or the fortified takeover. So that's a way to do it there. He decided to bring Uther the Destined for the -1 CP kind of aura. Very nice. We got the Capricus Carrier, uh, and we have the Sagittar with the beam cannons as we went with. Okay. We're going to bring triple unit of Thunderkin with the Graviton Blast. Again, so you got 9 shots that are going to hit on 4s or 3s if they're on the objective or he has on an objective. Anti-vehicle, anti-monster 3 up, flat damage 3, very good. Now the benefits of this is he is only strength 5 on here, so it'll be difficult for him to chew through the wraiths with this being wounding on 5s. But we're going to watch out for our wraith lords, right? We have 2 units of Berserks, 1 Maul, 1 Heavy Plasma Axe. Again, the Mauls being the anti-monster vehicle. Heavy Plasma Axe being at strength 7 now and 3 damage. So that'll be a little bit more dangerous for our race on there. So we'll have to kind of watch out for that. We're going to bring 2 units of Hearth Guard. We're going a 4, 5, and a 10 man. I see the plasma guns on there, the concussion gauntlets. Very good, very nice. Excited for those. We're going to go double Hecaton Land Fortress. We have double rail cannon. Okay, all right. Taking on those big hard targets. Love to see it. A unit of Pioneers for some scoring, uppy downy. Good news. And again, a unit of Jaegers to split us from those with that carrier. Fantastic. Excellent list. If I was going to run Leagues of Votan at this event, this is very similar to what I would do. I'm not a fan of the Grimnir. Um, I'm not a fan of the Grimnir, which I'm assuming that's what you're putting in the Sagittar. You don't have the Warriors on there or not. So, um, and you're probably putting Uthar in there as well to split them up there. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But super cool and excited to see how you play this and how you rock that. And best of luck to you as well. Oh, let's see here. Oh, there's another Knights player. Lots of Knights player. Doug's bringing Knights. This William guy's bringing Knights. Um, we got Trent. He's going to bring Space Wolves instead of Tau. He's usually a Kroot hunting pack kind of guy. But he is going to bring Stormlands Task Force. Okay, all right. And every character imaginable, it looks like. So he's got some Arjak in there. He's got Bajorn. But I don't know how to say that. You got Logan in there. You got Ragnar. Lieutenant with Comedy Weapon. Never Go Home Without Him. Space Marine players. Wolf Guard with Battle Leader. Um, and then you're going to have a Wolf Priest. 7 characters. Interesting. Got some Salt Intercessors. He's got Infiltrator Squad. He's got 3 units of 3 Wolf Guard head takers. He's got a 10-man Wolfguard Terminators, 6 Thunderwolf Calves, and then 2 Predator Destructors. Okay, all right. Very cool. Best of luck to you, Trent, playing this army. I've never played you with your Space Wolves. So, well, let's see if it's better than your recruit. How you partying hard with that? And then the last one, we'll look at William Nix here. We'll go with the Imperial Knights, right? Uh, Valor Strike Lance, love to see it. Double Astropose. This man does not want to deal with vehicles. He's got the Night Crusader, very good. Rapid fire battle cannon. We're gonna go with triple warglaive. Okay, thermal spear. Yep, yep. Melta guns. Good, good, good. Callous assassin. Increasing CP cost. Don't like that. Sisters of Battle immolator, and then the Sisters of Battle squad. Okay, very nice, very nice. Hilariously enough, like I'm not as worried about this list per se as I am against that Chaos Knight list that's just going to spam me with armatures. But we'll see. In fact, how does that differ from Doug's list? Let's just go back up here. Doug, 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 Doug. Here we go. All right. Oh, he's in Quisterius Companions. All right, cool. We got the Atropos. My man's got the Lancer. He's gonna bring double Knight Paladin, rapid fire battle cannons. Yep. See, this is a little more dangerous for us today. And then he's gonna go double Helverin and one Warglaive. Yeah, so super good. Especially with those battle cannons, they get extra pip of AP when they're blapping the closest one to you. So not the best, and it's super easy for him to become honored against an army like ours. He's only got to kill. He's typically, he's just got to kill one more than the current battle round, and Eldar are a little squishy. If you guys don't know, even the T6 two up save three wound guys, pretty squishy. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much well, I guess I'll look at Jays too. I can't not look at Jays. Let's see. My man decided to bring the Gene Stealer Colts instead of Orcs for this event. Looks like he's going with the Biosanctic Blood Surge. We got double Abominant. He's got the double Biophagous, and he's got a Patriarch. He's got the Acolyte hybrids with auto pistols, and then 3 units of Acolyte hybrids with hand flamers. And then he's got three neophyte hybrids. And then he's going to bring 3 units of aberrants. He's got triple Achilles Ridge Runners. He's got the Goliath Rock Grinder, and then triple Pure Stain Gene Sealers 1, 10, 3, 5. Jay, I hope you have brought plenty of caffeine and you have ice your lower back because you're going to be moving a lot of models and you're going to be throwing a lot of dice. And I look forward to seeing how you kind of go throughout that for your event. Yeah, wow. Okay, so we kind of got to 30 minutes there really quickly on there. I wasn't really expecting to do all that. Some of that's kind of like off the cuff, just talking. But no, thank you guys for hanging out. Now, the question I've been kind of mulling around in my brain is this the strongest version of the list for this event? And I don't think so. I do think that I probably could have made some other tweaks and adjustments to what I want to do. Unfortunately, like I said, the holidays and some stuff that was going on, I didn't get to test as much as I usually do. Usually, I play quite a few games, probably about 2 a week or so, live in person, and I like to screw around on TTS there. And practice some deployments. So I didn't get to do a lot of that this time for this event. However, we do have another larger event that we'll be going to in the coming weeks, just after the new year. And luckily for us, I'll show you that here. Um, let's go to, we'll go back to TTS real fast, and let's go to the play game here. Let's go to current. I gotta change this for you guys. You guys can see this on here. Um, but we'll be going to the Glass City Grand Tournament here. So that'll be 5 rounds up in Toledo, Ohio. That's an 80-man event on that stuff. So we got that going on in the future here, where we're practicing. Um, practicing some stuff. Will I bring Spirit Conclave to that? Don't know yet. Luckily, they are holding off until we get through Grotmas to kind of see what is going on as far as a rules cutoff for that and whatnot. So more to follow on that. And then, of course, we have our teams edition literally the following weekend, where the Mongooses will be there, 8-man event. Looking forward to that. I believe there's 26 teams in that event there. And then more to follow on what we're bringing for that. We are still in the lab cooking up some stuff. Uh, let's just say there's a little bit of debate on my end on what I want to bring versus what the team is asking for. So, but yeah. Anyways, that's kind of what I got for this one here. Super excited. I will be at the Guild Vault games. We're bringing the setup, so we'll be able to stream the games. My lovely wife Christy will be assisting with the stream a few of the days, so I'm gonna try not to actually have just all my games on there. If there's a matchup that two people don't mind being on the stream, and of course my wife willing because she'll have to run it and not be too technical, and hopefully I'm nearby to help out if anything crazy happens. Um, but if not, you'll get 5 games of massive Spirit Conclave, trying to eke out the first 5-0 GT win, um, which is what we're going for. So I know I've been kind of rambling a little bit. My thoughts weren't as clear as usual, but I wanted to get this out. I've been kind of delaying it, not kind of hitting all the marks of stuff. So and you guys will see some more comment on there. Of course, we'll do all 5 games, and then we'll have the after action stuff. We'll talk about kind of what went right, what went wrong, and ways we can improve for the next event. And then who knows, maybe Glass City will see us bring Spirit Conclave. I hear it's a bit more of a Shark Tank up there, and it can be quite brutal. So I mean, if we can do well there, maybe we can do well anywhere. But thank you guys all for tuning in and watching this. We'll get this uploaded soon, and do all that fun YouTube stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you'd like to see, especially games in the house. You know, you guys can always all the local folks. You guys are always more than welcome to throw a challenge out there, yeah, in the comments, and we'll have you over and we'll play on stream, or I'll get you in the shop and we'll play a game. And then if you guys are out there in the wide world, there we got the TTS. We can kind of link up, maybe play a game or two. Work dependent, but appreciate you guys all your guys' time and hanging out with us, and peace.